What's up, everybody? We're back with a brand new episode of Black Ink Crew Chicago. Tune in for all the juice. We're about to review the episode.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Very fitting for this episode.
This band theme song.
Hey, bust the windows out of your shop.
With
huh?
a hammer.
With the gloves.
With the gloves.
He was ready. He had gloves. He was on point. Hilarious. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The drama, the drama, the drama. What's up, y'all? I'm your girl, Carmen Cameron. You can find me on Instagram at Carmen Cameron.
And I'm Elle Marie. You guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Elle Marie TV.
And I'm Angela. You can find me on all social platforms at Angela C. Styles.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom.
All right, okay, now, we thought this Jasmine Sullivan Bust Your Windows Out Your Car was an appropriate record to start this episode with because, listen, the drama got thick, the violence kicked up a notch, and Van felt the need to bust the windows out some shit this week.
Come on, Van.
I mean,
how you start off the episode trying to give your daughter all this positivity?
Right.
Well, what's the quote?
I want her to go to Yale, not jail. And here you go with the crowbar.
do as I say, not as I do. You know,
and I think we were like, why does Van have that in his car in the first place?
Exactly.
The gloves, too, really.
The gloves is what did it for me.
So prepared.
Gloves, like, what?
You know? You know, with the backtrack,
Right.
backtrack to last week's episode, we left off with a fiasco of a fight. You know, Van and Ryan are obviously not seeing eye to eye about who has the rights to call shots in this shop. You know, and we saw Danielle and Dawn, not Danielle, Ashley and Dawn get into it, and Dawn go into his, you know, normal thing or whatever. So I kind of want to pick up with that situation, like, I don't know. It's a tough. If you guys had to pick, who do you think is wrong and who do you think is right?
In both
When it
situations?
comes to Van and Ryan.
I think
We're all like,
so. Van is wrong because at the end of the day, whose name is on the business?
Exactly.
Right. Who opened? Who formed the LLC? Like, did you miss all of this part? Because I just feel like he's staking too much claim on something and he's not communicating it properly. Ryan, though, is wrong because he allowed all these other people to take ownership of his business instead of being clear from the beginning. Like, I love you guys being here. You definitely helped me grow this.
Right.
This is my business, guys.
Right.
I agree.
Well, Charmaine kind of spilled a little bit of tea because we got the inside scoop that they kind of come together as rivals and form this union together.
well, you
and
can
now
come.
Ryan is
You could
taking
come
the lead.
together as a friend, as an idea. Like from what she was saying, because I know Charmaine said she was also biased. Love you, Charmaine, but you did say you was biased. I think what happened was Ryan had an idea. He had his friends. These are his peoples. They all do tattoos. He said, you know, I want to open up my own business.
Right.
And I feel like Van and them were like, yeah, this will be dope. Ryan, as a businessman, went down, got his LLC, got his business started.
Right.
So that's what, like, this
owns
is
the name.
Ryan's shop. He owns everything. I just think, like you said, that Ryan, his mistake was, and I like that he admitted on the show, it was all his bad because at the beginning he didn't set down authority.
Right.
And that's why I think they don't understand, like, we're cool, but this is a business.
At the end of the day, this is
You know what I'm saying?
I would really like to understand. I would really like to see if at some point they will sit down and say what they all paid for, because maybe then Van will have some kind of reprieve on why he's acting so damn crazy.
Right.
Because if he was like, you put up 10,000, I put up 10,000 too, then it would be like, oh.
Right.
But
Maybe
even
he's a silent partner.
silent partner. Because then I was about to be like, but even if you kind of gave me a loan, it still doesn't make it your business. I don't know. Unless if
But you know, people in the hood, they don't do things like that in the hood. It's kind of like an unspoken agreement of like, well, I gave you this, I gave you this.
But that's not how it works.
In the real world.
Because if Van was to go out and say he leaves Ryan's shop and you work for another shop, that's not how it works in the real world. You could have gave me a loan, but it doesn't say Van in Ryan's shop.
But let's talk about, without getting into the fight, because I'm going to save that for a little bit later with the whole explosion of everything with the emotions with Van. But just to touch on it, I think that Ryan kind of antagonizes Van because he sees him. He knows that he's upset. He knows that he's in his emotions. Even at the party, he's throwing chips at him. Like, he's trying to start this fight. I think that's a better way for Ryan to handle Van's emotions.
Yes. Yeah, even even his speech, he purposely did not include
Ryan was being,
Ryan was
being petty.
Like if he was really trying to be a leader, you have to lead your team and how you want them to follow you.
Right.
So it's like if you're gonna stoop down to that level and ignore somebody that has been there from the beginning, of course you're gonna get a rise out of me. Of course we're gonna be fighting. Of course we're gonna be beefing. But if he took that moment and was like, I want to acknowledge everybody that started it. You know, Van, I know we don't always see eye to eye, but I want to tell you in front of all these people, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it could have been everything that needed to be said right.
But see, it seems like at home, Ryan has, a little battery in his back to kind of act when he does. His baby mama kind of like, baby, you right, they wrong, it's your shot.
It's your shot.
But Rachel's been there from the beginning. And remember before that party, Van walked into the shop and he turned his back on Ryan, was being disrespectful. And I'm not saying it's a tit for tat thing. What I wish Ryan did, because I would have been upset too, but what I wish as a leader, Ryan should have said then and there, yo, bro, let me talk to you on the side. You're my brother.
Like, let it go.
Exactly. And be the bigger person, because, Van takes his family thing to the next level, and he's very sensitive when it comes to it. So as a leader, I wish Ryan, yes, I would have been upset at what Van did, but I would have took him to the side and been like, bro, what are you doing? Because this is not what we're doing.
Exactly.
I love you, but this is a business. We're about to have this party, coming up. What do you want to do?
That's what I was thinking about, Van and his whole family attachment. When the new receptionist starts to speak up.
Yes.
And starts to talk about how Van is wrong and it's Ryan's shop and keys can get changed if they I thought it was hilarious because I'm like, Van is not going like this when he hears what she's saying,
No, not at all.
Van's very sensitive. I just feel like everybody's too needy. They're all needy.
Very,
all
very
sensitive.
needy.
And I just feel like, God forbid this shop goes away, or God forbid you go someplace else, that would not be tolerated anywhere else.
Exactly.
It's tolerated because they're all homies.
They're family.
And I feel like, y'all gotta grow up. Even when we'll get into labor.
Junior has a good point.
Yeah, and you could tell Junior has worked at different places and he's professional.
Right.
They're just too needy. Even when making Kat feel bad. I'm like, y'all.
They need to sit down and have a family meeting and talk about the structure of this shop. Like what's friendship and what's where do we draw the line?
That goes back to Ryan not being a proper leader.
Or does it go down to Ryan kind of taking the credit for something that everybody should get credit for? Because that's how Van seems to feel. Like, bro, this is all of ours.
No, because I don't think, we really don't know 100%. We don't really know for sure, but I don't think it is all of theirs.
Right.
So he
obviously
does need to draw the line. And the thing is, it kind of sucks the way it's going down now because now he's angry. Where Ryan is angry now. So he wants to draw the line. He even said it like, it's my bad that I kind of, saying, didn't draw the line before. And let everyone think that they had the right to, he's, to do whatever they want to do and have ownership here. And so now when you want to take back your power and your ownership and get your respect, but you're angry about it, people aren't going to react to that way.
Right. Do y'all think it was OD that he changed the locks?
I think that he should have sent out an email.
That's why
that was a more professional way. That's why I think it's more ego involved in the situation.
He's being
trying to sit Van down.
And that's kind of what Charmaine was saying. But people don't ever really say exactly what they're trying to say. But basically she was like, you can't take something that's personal and turn it into what's in the business. She basically was saying like, you didn't even address him directly. Like,
that's how I feel like. I feel like I would have changed the locks too, but I would have called you or talked to you guys, had a meeting. Hey guys, even if I'm mad at Van, this is what's going on. I'm changing the locks. I'm the boss. I'm the only person that's gonna have the key. Bet, great. You know what I'm saying?
He was still being petty.
He was being super petty.
He was being petty.
He was petty, LaBelle.
He's super petty.
He couldn't wait for that feeling like, I can't wait for Van to put his key in this lock.
He was being petty, but I don't think he was wrong for changing the locks. I just wish he would have looped everybody in. It's the way he did. Right.
Now, speaking of needy people,
Lord,
Danielle visits Kat in Los Angeles. She's having a hard time. She's reminiscing on, things that have gone bad between her and Terrence, and she kind of wants Kat to baby her and pick up the emotional slack for what's going on in her life. But, damn. Like, Kat takes you out. She gets a bottle. Kat has new love, too. Let's talk about that.
He was cute. Zach
was
man.
cute. Hey, Zach.
Zach was fine. And she
chocolate.
met a fine man in L.A. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't, but
it's not the
I find
it
black
ain't the
man
easiest
in
thing to
LA.
find a stand-up man.
I was like, Danielle, back up before she loses.
That's
Like, she don't
Right.
understand. Danielle don't understand. She didn't want her same boyfriend.
That's a unicorn.
Yes.
That's a unicorn. You can find a fine black man in LA. You don't never find no straight black man in LA.
Fine black man. We don't know what he does for a
Sorry.
living
We
yet,
don't know
but
what his income is like.
he got
yet,
the
but
80-20
it's okay.
thing going.
So far,
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
We like what we see.
So we understand the struggle as black women in Los
Child.
Angeles. She found her a good man here, and here comes Danielle being all emotionally needy.
Yeah.
And kind of raining on Kat's parade. Kat takes the time to get the section at the club and take her out. She wants to show her girl a good time.
Right.
And I get it, like, you want your friend to be there, but here's the thing, like, you popped up on Kat.
Yeah.
You didn't, it'd be different if
She
you planned
didn't
it and you
know.
called her and you were
Right.
like, I just had a miscarriage, can I please stay with you?
Right.
I'm going through some ish.
Now, that's
because then
deep.
she would have took the time out and spent it with you, but you
Right.
popped up.
Yeah.
She probably had the date planned. And I just looked at it like, I'm like, maybe I'm just different. If I'm in the club with my friend and she got a fine ass man,
I'm be like,
I'm like, what's up, Zach? You got friends?
Where your boy?
Where your boys? I need somebody to entertain
Well,
me.
I'm
Right.
like, my girl is getting her life like.
And
it's
Danielle
okay.
is a beautiful girl. You better walk
She's
in
so
them
cute.
mingle.
Around.
And
Like,
I get you wanted the attention,
on.
but you popped up on your friend.
Yeah.
She's trying to show you a good time. I think people do things differently. Maybe Kat was like, let me get my girl out the house. Let's party.
Yeah.
Right.
Boo Boo gonna come because he fine. You can't let that one go. I'm
Let
sorry.
him pay. Let him pay for
our
the
drinks.
We can party. I'm gonna kiss on him a little bit, but you know I'm
Exactly.
still here for you.
Let's go
girl.
find Danielle a little
Is that
not a
what-
man,
yeah.
but she got
Something,
Terrence,
yeah,
but something for fun to take
to
her mind
occupy
off
her
of
time,
the
yeah.
unfortunate
I
miscarriage
think
that
that
she
was very
had.
selfish of Danielle to just pop up on someone
Yeah.
and interrupt
Yeah.
their life and expect
Right.
them to just
Drop
pour
everything
into
and
you.
just-
Right.
Like,
Right.
And
she
then
has a
even
life out
after she
here.
kissed him, she turned back around and like, you
good?
straight?
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't like she got swooped up and caught up in the situation. Like she wasn't there
It's all the
anymore.
process of growing up, and you can see Kat definitely. She grew up and she evolved.
Yeah.
And I said when we were
Yes.
watching the show, I was like, instead of Van and Danielle and everybody being so mad at Ryan's situation, boss up like Kat.
Hello.
Kat seen a
Yes.
situation. I mean, last season she was doing a little bit too much, but she seen a situation and she went for it. Do
Right.
some boss-ish. Like, that's why I'm like, I wish I could talk to Van. Bro, go upstairs. You see
Right.
Nikki upstairs doing something here.
Right. That's
You know
why
what I'm saying?
Forrest missing.
Or talk to Ryan and be like, yo,
Okay, where
let's-
was
Where was
Where's
Ford all
Ford?
episode? Upstairs with his
Ford's
girl.
upstairs.
girl
Or
minding
to-
his
you know?
business.
Right. Or talk to your bro Ryan and be like, yo, since you started this business and we started together, help me do a business plan.
Let's do a
go
9
to-
Mag too.
Let's do 9
Exactly.
Mag 2 and can I
Open
be the
another location
you know what I'm
somewhere.
saying?
Right.
And I like seeing Kat evolve and grow up.
Yes.
And I think, they take the family thing very personal.
Right.
And I get where they're coming from. And I think that's why Danielle was like, oh, I'm here. And it's like, girl, you can't just pop up on your
Right.
friend
Yeah.
and then be mad that she wasn't dissing you. He was a
Right.
really nice guy.
Right. She had her own life going
And let me
on.
add it, I like Kat's look this season.
Yes.
I like the darker
Ooh, I
hair,
like the
looks
darker hair, the
bomb.
I like the
It's
darker
cute.
Yeah,
hair.
it compliments her a lot
She
better.
lost weight. She
Yeah.
got snatched.
Yeah, she looks good.
She's
LA, that's the
positive.
LA effect.
That's
She's
that LA.
positive. I love her vibe. The energy on
positive.
screen to
Right.
me is so different than last season. Last season it was like she had something to prove and it was
Yeah.
like she was doing too much. But this season it's like, wow, like you're really evolving, you're really growing. Like she's about her
Right.
business.
Right.
I just
She's
really
a
respect.
progressive-
I really
yeah.
respect her. Like
Yeah.
all of her growth, ups and downs.
She
like
really is.
I really
That's
rock
why I
with
wish
her.
they all took a page from
Yeah.
her
rock
book
with her.
instead of them
Yeah.
calling her and making her feel bad for leaving and glowing up.
Right.
I'm like, how about you take a
Understand
page
that.
from your
Support your
sister's book?
friend.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because it seems like that's everybody's mission. Oh, Kat, we're so lost without you. Kat, we
Right.
need you to come back. It's like they
come
can't
back.
handle that she's,
Yeah.
growing.
She's like, I'm never
past the
coming back.
9 Mag
Sorry.
family.
Or how about you bring your ass and plan it
LA.
though? Call me
Right.
first.
Plan
How
it
about-
though.
Call me.
Right.
Or come to LA, visit, let's chop it up and let's talk about this business. Let's get some
Right.
business
Like
plans
she
going.
even said when Danny came with all that drama, she's like, "That's why I left Chicago. Like
Right.
I don't
Right.
need
I don't need this
I don't want
negativity."
this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even after Danielle claims Kat left me in the club while she makes out with her man.
No, you
Meanwhile,
guys are in
Kat's
the
looking
same
for you and you're
section.
outside. You
Outside,
already called your
called your
Uber. You hop in the club and you hop in the car. I would be
Right.
pissed off if my girl leaves me at the club. I don't care who I'm with. Like,
And
you
you
don't
staying
just
with me.
up and leave me at the club.
They could have been on their actual date that they had planned
Right.
that night.
Exactly.
How about that much?
You
Yeah.
could have stayed your ass home and me and my man could have been
Coulda
on
went
a
on
date.
our
And you
Right.
left early for what? To sit on her stoop? Like,
Right.
you staying with her, you don't have a key?
But
That's
even
how I was-
even after all of that, Kat comes to the pool the next day,
Right.
pops a bottle. Here, boo, you take the first sip.
She
I just
even
want you to have a
apologized.
great time.
That was
Yeah,
very
that-
big of her.
yeah.
That
Very
was
big of
so
her.
big
Shout
of
out
her
to Kat.
apologize.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Kat.
Kat.
And I like that when someone can take the time. She probably went to sleep. She thought about it. Like, let me be the bigger person because my friend's obviously hurt. She's going through a lot. She had a horrible time. Let me be the bigger person. I like seeing Kat.
Cheer her up. It's like, I'm happy. Let me bring you.
Let me give you
happiness.
some sunshine.
What do I need to do? I'm sorry, girl. Be happy. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Shout out to Kat.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kat. And you know what? Shout out to Charmaine because we got
Love
to see her in action at her new job.
Yeah.
We got to see her in action, right, on air.
And she's killing it.
In action,
and
too.
she's
literally in action.
Literally in action.
Getting some action.
She's interviewing young Bibby.
Bibby.
His name is. I was like, is that a B or a V? You know, and in walks her man. First of all, she's flirting with the dude. So I'm like, Charmaine, no, don't lose your man. Yes. You live on air, girl.
You live talking about you on air.
You live, baby.
Charmaine, that little girl, we got a man now, okay?
We got tasted my booty. I was like,
he's like, actually, you're cooking.
Right, right. But
the food.
Right. But the funny part is that, okay, here comes Johnny. Johnny is like that one petty ass boss.
So
I mean, and I get it. He has a point. He has a point. Like you can't just can't just waltz up in the studio with a picnic blanket and a basket full of berries.
Why did he have to call it?
But he's like stragglers.
Stragglers.
You know that's how man.
He is a straggler. I don't know him.
Right. Like
who is?
He's gonna intentionally push your buttons just to see if you'll get mad enough to make him fire you. Like I can't.
But he had a point though, because like save an executive, because they're at iHeart, which is a big corporation. If an executive walks by, it's like he was being petty, but he kind of had her back at the same time. And he's like, I went on a limb and got you this job, but he was being petty, calling her man a straggler. I'm like, Johnny, you know that's not no straggler.
Definitely.
But Bibby was uncomfortable though.
Bibby.
He was like.
But I love that Nick bought her a picnic basket. That was so sweet.
And the flowers.
And the flowers.
Yes. That was sweet. That was sweet, babe. But next time you gotta save it because Charmaine can't lose her job.
Exactly. We like her at the radio.
Wait till she's
and y'all just moved into that big, beautiful apartment.
Right.
You know,
I love Charmaine because she's not like oblivious, but like I just love that she's just in her own world.
Right.
And she's just twerking away
fun.
while I would love to hang out with her while the drama's happening. She's like, you know what? Let me twerk in
We are friends with her now.
Right, Charmaine.
Come back.
I love it because she's a realist and she speaks her mind. Like she'll let Ryan know what's up. She'll let Van know what's up. She'll let Cobra know what's up, and I like that about her. And she does not. It's like she doesn't get mad. She's like, all right, cool, you effed up, but let's get it moving.
Right.
So she knows what she has to do to keep her jobs, because like she said, she was on thin ice at the radio station. So she's like, I don't want to get Ryan mad and firing everybody.
Speaking of thin ice. Whose marriage is on thin ice?
Do we even need to? Ain't no guessing. Like, goddamn, that. Donna and Ashley.
Ashley, if you're watching this,
my gosh.
I'm sick of it. Stop.
Please stop.
Leave Dawn alone.
Y'all don't need
I never thought I would ever say this.
Counseling.
Leave Dawn alone. I never, because seasons before, I used to be like, damn, Dawn. Now I'm like,
shout out to the Dawn anger. Shout out to the Dawn anger management montage where we got to see all his blow ups and shit. Like, how many times can you go?
But you know what it is? I got Ashley figured out. She knows Dawn's triggers, and she does it purposely because I think she thinks it's sexy.
And he knows it.
And he knows it.
She be like, all right, you know what? Because I know I got your little number.
Exactly.
So
and then they have makeup sex because he got that nice little body. And she knows what's up. And she likes saying the word, I'm your wife. I'm your wife.
But I'm your wife, Don.
Barely. Y'all barely made it through the wedding.
I'm like, we know you married. You don't have to say it every 2 seconds.
Every 2 seconds.
This is how you treat your wife with respect. I'm your wife. You gotta treat me with respect.
No, baby.
And listen, this time, like, Ashley, you were in the wrong, boo.
Yes.
You walked up to Charmaine's new man, her happy relationship, and decided to spill tea that was insignificant.
And then put your man in a predicament.
Put your man
for no reason.
The two of them had to win it.
Like, Monique was crazy and was like, word, and then Dawn would have to fight, and it was just too much.
You don't.
And I never would have thought I would have been like, because a few like seasons ago, I was like, Dawn, you need to get it together. Yeah. But now I'm like, Ashley, leave him alone.
It's really not done.
Y'all do.
Now we see. Like,
so he treats her with the silent treatment. You know, she says he hasn't spoken to her since the party has ended. Since he skirted off.
The Hulk.
He almost crashed that car.
Almost crashed his damn self up. You know what that reminded me of at the end of Why Did I Get Married Too? what did I get married to? I'm like, no, Don, don't speed off.
Right, that was
Don't do that. Not into the traffic.
But he did that. I was
He
like,
damn near did the tailspin into the fence. I was like, look.
He damn near did.
You know, but so he treated her with the silent treatment, and he lets her know, like, you know I'm crazy. So why would you go pushing my buttons, doing wild stuff? Like, I'm trying
to get irritated with her because now he knows, like, you're doing this shit on purpose.
You're doing it purposely.
Ashley, we're all irritated with you.
Ashley, stop.
No offense, but we would like you to.
I like you, Ashley, but stop.
We want to meet you so we can talk to you about what's really going on.
It'll be an intervention.
But you guys need to not be toxic. Like, you guys have displayed toxic.
You got a beautiful family. Dawn's daughter's here. We see on Instagram that Ashley's now about to have another baby. So it's like, you guys have a beautiful family. Let's keep that moving forward. Let's not the pettiness.
Yeah. But he knows how to get his way with her.
Oh, yeah, he
because
does.
him ignoring her isn't just about that fight.
Right.
He's really like, she gonna quit her job if I make her feel too comfortable.
Exactly.
So let me let her know she need to keep her, stay on her toes.
I forgot about that.
Ashley
So
said they
he's
need
manipulative.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's manipulating her.
He is.
Yeah, and I think she wants a life that they're not ready for.
That's
and
what
she
it
needs
is.
to calm down.
It's like the whole French decor thing from last season, and I'm gonna quit my job so I can be. It's like
No, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Boo.
Not yet.
not yet.
Y'all got mouths to feed.
Maybe about season 7 or 8.
Yes. Maybe then you can quit, but not right now. You
Not
can't.
right now.
You can't quit.
Now,
They
poor
need
Van.
Jesus.
I felt bad for Van because Van loses his uncle.
Oh, that part. Sorry.
Yeah.
Van loses his uncle.
Yes.
I can relate to that feeling. Like I had an
sincere.
uncle.
Not that part. I thought you meant from breaking into the.
So why?
No, seriously,
We're
like
sorry
I
about
can
your
understand
uncle,
like the depression and the way he feels. Like things are always magnified when you're going through something like that. And he loses his uncle, who obviously was an OG. The way he kind of
Like his
described
dad.
it.
Like his dad.
Yeah,
He
it was
lost-
like his dad.
Yeah, he lost his dad when he was 7, so his uncle stepped up and basically raised him.
Right.
It's heartbreaking for this part of Van because he takes family very serious.
He does.
And what I like about Van, I like his vulnerable side. I like his sensitive side.
Right.
It goes a little bit too far, but he takes it very serious. So the fact that his uncle passed, and like I know how that feels because personally I just lost my aunt 2 months ago.
Sorry.
It's all right. I don't mean to make everybody
No,
sad,
but I get it.
as I was watching that, I'm like.
Right.
I know how you feel, Van.
Exactly.
Like, and especially when you got a bad day, and it was a bad
So it was a fight.
day.
Then there's you've lost your father, so here's your
Yeah.
uncle has stepped up. You've lost your uncle, and you're fighting with your brother in his
Exactly.
mind.
It was a bad
Ryan.
At his other house.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I do like seeing Van with his daughter. I do like that side of
But
him.
look, I ain't gonna lie. Was I the only one thinking like maybe Van's a blood?
Because of all the red.
Listen, the walls were red, the appliances were red, everybody's shirt was
Van
red.
does wear a lot of red.
He had on red sneakers and a red jacket when he went to the funeral home.
Well, we know he's loyal to the fam, so
He
It's
is.
a different
All the
kind
fams.
of gang out there. It wouldn't be blood. It'd be something else. But he's probably
Right.
that. I won't like just.
But
That's
I
right,
didn't
you
even know
from
they
Chicago.
still wore gang colors.
I'm
know
not
you from
accusing you of
Chicago.
anything, Van.
Van's probably like, what you
It's just
talking
a
about?
lot of red. We're
It's just a lot of red.
We're
We tryna-
noticing that there's a repetition here. Like,
Is it me, and maybe you guys are watching or listening to us in the live chat, did you think VH1 went a little too far when they
my
went to the
gosh.
funeral home and showed his
I
uncle?
did. I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Where's the
VH1
respect?
really?
I low-key looked away.
I just feel like there's
was like,
some things
they're
that
at
need
a
to be
funeral.
private, and that's nothing to do with Van.
Right.
Because
Right,
Van's
yeah.
in the moment. I feel like VH1, the responsibility.
Or at least blur the face, you
Right.
know. But I really just don't even think they should have went that
Show
far to
the
even
body.
show
Right.
the body that much.
I just
It's
want
like
to see.
we believe
I believe
that
it.
he's not alive
And I feel like
anymore.
some things are private, and you know, Van's going through this moment, and I work in production, so I know the producers are probably bothering him in his
Right.
face, and I'm like, he's probably like,
why would you
leave
even
me
want
alone
that,
right
Right.
now, and they're probably
Yeah.
like, Van, can we get in? And he's probably just like, you know what?
Yeah, like,
I
whatever.
guess.
But I don't understand why you would want to show that though.
That's
just
why I
don't.
was wondering. I'm like,
It's a
what-
personal and private.
all right, VH1, that was a little.
They just want to make it too real, but it's like we already get it. Like we
it.
got it.
Yeah.
But yes, I do feel bad for Van because that was he had a bad day.
Right. He
Yeah.
had a
Bad
bad
day.
day, and it ended a little worse than it started, huh?
Yeah.
Very emotional.
Van.
Very, very emotional. How did you guys feel about this week's tattoo? We saw Ryan tattoo the NFL
football
player.
player.
That tattoo was so bananas.
Bomb.
Sometimes I forget that they do tattoos.
Yes. There's so much drama going
There's
on.
so
Like
much
we get
drama.
one tattoo a week.
Which I love. I will say this, like this season, like we were just talking about this. We've laughed nonstop.
Yeah.
The show has gotten funnier to me.
Right.
And I love seeing the characters progress, but like the tattoo was amazing. Like it was super dope.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, Ryan, I forgot you had those skills.
Yeah.
He got skills for sure.
Ryan's all in love, y'all. He's trying to get
Yeah, he's
Michelle
in a
Obama
different-
and him and
different
Rachel.
space.
He's in love.
How did Van not know what ETA meant though?
Leave it.
Wait, I missed that.
Poor street baby.
He was like ETA when he was talking to his daughter.
Yeah.
Was it his daughter?
And his girlfriend.
girl, yeah.
I like his girlfriend for him too. Her name's
like her
Jen.
too.
I like that vibe.
I like her, but her bangs confused me. Was I the only one that was like, is that a French braid coming forward with a curl?
She's cute.
Did she put a roller on the end of that? Like, what? How do you achieve that, Angela?
Listen, I try not to pay attention to too much crazy stuff because I would lose my mind trying to figure out why they made that decision. You know, some decisions I can't
just say.
Well, she got the unique thing down pat.
Well,
That's for sure.
That's a look.
And I think she knows how to handle Van too. Like she knows how to talk because
Yeah.
Van's sensitive and he's a street dude, but he's very sensitive as well.
Yeah.
And you
Right.
can tell they have a great chemistry where she knows how to
Yeah.
like talk to Van and.
You
stepping
see
up.
the
He is
sensitive
stepping
side
up.
come out around the
I said, all right,
family.
Van, you better make them salmon breakfast. and stuff.
He gave her a key,
I
right?
was like, all right, Van,
Clink,
stepping
clink.
up.
Slicing peppers and shit.
Okay.
That's
They all
good.
wearing matching red.
All
Right.
cute. It's like this is adorable little family picture.
Right.
Oh, Van.
So fast forward to our shop moments this week.
Child. Everything.
Ryan comes in with the locksmith.
Oof.
Junior and her family calls her Seesaw. The new
The new
What's her
Danielle.
receptionist.
The new
What's her
receptionist.
name?
We'll call her the new Danielle for now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
the
pretty name.
Latina Danielle.
The Latina. She has a lot of opinion, and so does Junior. And the whole time they're talking, I'm like, Van gonna get both of y'all.
Yeah.
I thought the same.
Y'all
thing.
need to chill.
Wait, but did
in
y'all
comes-
peep when Ryan walked in? She was like, "Hey, ugly."
Yeah.
I was like, "She a little too comfortable."
She very
She's
comfortable.
very, very comfortable, and I know that I have a feeling.
Yeah, she was like, "Hey, ugly."
I have a feeling that's gonna start a little trouble this
It is.
season. Yeah.
Because you know, Ryan has his children.
Right.
No shade to them, but it's like a family. And you know, you see when Cobra came and they get a little jealous when
Right.
dad has new friends. And you know, especially when you have been with your friend for a really long time and you have new people, these people's opinions are right, but when new people kind of butt in, you're like, mind your business.
I felt like that. Like, boo, you ain't even been there for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Like, you
I
don't
give
get to
Junior
talk
a little
about.
bit more leeway to talk about it. Having an
Right.
opinion. He
Junior's
was there
been
last
there.
season. He's
Right.
time.
I
Girl,
like
you've been
Junior.
here for like an episode
You
and a
just-
half.
Yeah,
Be
but
quiet.
I'm like,
But the
Mama.
new Danielle, she like,
that.
everybody don't need a key. That's why everybody don't need
I'm
a
like,
key. I'm like,
I was like, leave Junior, let Junior do that. Don't. Don't.
Fall back.
Simmer down.
right.
I was like, let's not.
Chill out.
Because I want Van to pick that poor girl up and throw her.
But then I can't help but to feel a way about the way Ryan is carrying it. Like, and I know we talked about this earlier, but his ego just when the locksmith was there was like, everybody don't need a key. I made everybody feel comfortable. But
I love his accent.
you know, it's just to me. I know we talked about it, but just revisiting. I just think he's doing the
petty.
most.
The whole most.
I think he needs to. I think it's getting to him a little bit. I
It
think
is.
maybe the shine is getting to him a little bit.
It is.
You know, I would feel a way if we were like, let's go on an AfterBuzz review, and then Angie pulls up and it's just Angie on the flyer.
Right.
You know, like we're going on a review tour.
Right.
And she's like, oh,
Right,
y'all
like-
ain't know it's just me. Look. You know, I feel like Van
Yes.
has a right. This build
You know what
up
it
is
is? I
warranted.
think communication is key.
Yeah.
And I think
Right.
where Ryan is wrong is because he's not communicating with though he is the boss,
Right.
as a leader, you're supposed to communicate and lead these people.
Right.
Show them the right way. If you at the
Right.
last minute wanted to be by yourself on this tour, sit your team down.
Right.
Yo,
Right.
guys, at the end of the day, I'm going to go on this tour. I hope you guys understand. You guys stay at the shop, hold it down for me when I get back. Hopefully, you know,
Right.
give them something to be like, so they want to come into work.
Right.
And that's what a great leader is supposed to do. Same thing with this lock. I feel like he had every right to change the locks, but as a leader, you should have sat your team down. Even have Van come in and like,
Right.
yo, whatever we going through, let's put that to the side.
Right.
Guys, I decided I'm gonna change the locks. I feel like
Right.
everyone doesn't need a key. Maybe I'll make one of you guys the manager, and I can give
Right.
you guys a key. Van, maybe I'll make you assistant manager. But at this
Right.
moment right now, it's communicating, and he is not
Right.
communicating, and that's why he's getting in so much trouble.
Right.
Communication is key.
Right.
And
With
Rachel also
everybody
needs to
on
tell
the
him
show.
that, like, great Rachel that you're cheering him on, but also as a girl, be like, yo, babe, like,
Yeah.
maybe
You need to-
communicate with
Did
your
you
team.
talk
She
to
needs to
them?
be able to do both. Like,
Right.
you know, encourage him, but also call him out when he's wrong.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly,
So
Rachel.
You can't be a yes man.
Yeah,
Exactly.
hold your man
Or
down.
yes wife.
Yes
Oh, yeah.
wife.
You know?
let this
Well,
business
she's really
flourish.
just sticking a battery pack in his back.
Yeah,
and
she
sending
is.
him out,
Yeah.
and it's kind of
Just
like,
tell him
hold
when he's
on,
wrong. Be like, babe, I get where you going, but sit your team down.
Right.
You're the leader. The
Right.
leader that you claim that you are. You own the shop. sit your whole team down.
Right.
And tell them what you're doing.
Right. So
and if you have a
Ryan,
problem, then they can resign.
communication is key, Ryan.
It really is.
Okay.
Everybody wanted Michelle, but they can't be Obama.
Okay.
Come on now.
But Rob be communicating.
Everybody want to be the king, but everybody can't handle the pressure.
All right.
You know,
That's what a
so
real
you gotta
boss
handle
do.
things with it. Even though we know you gotta boss up and run your shop the way you did. Remember, everybody came together to make this a team.
Yes.
There's no iron team. All of y'all make 9 mad great. Okay.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Don't shit on your
Like
crew.
I said, it's just the way he handled it.
Exactly. So now we've got Van, you know, he's emotional. He's at the funeral home. He's looking at his uncle. This is the OG who passed all the game down to him, who stepped up in his father's place. And he feels like he owes it to this man for instilling these values in him to confront Ryan. And he finally gets to, you know, decides that tonight's the night. He pulls up the 9 mag, go, okay, I'm gonna do it. Puts his key in the lock and
He said, "Oh yeah,"
and he went to the car. He pulled them OJ gloves out. Like they. Meanwhile, they in the, you know, Charmaine in the shop doing her thing. She's giving twerk lessons. You know, she's showing the new Danielle how to bust it. She like, it's in the ankles, boo. You gotta let the ankles and the
That's a
thighs.
great tip.
You know, it's in the ankles.
Like over
Yes.
You know what I pictured? Because like I work in production, so I pictured the other side. I pictured Van as he's breaking into the place. All the production and cameramen and security probably was like, "So do we say something, or do we just let him keep breaking the window?"
No, but they probably did was like, you should go. You
already
use
know.
your key. Just
Exactly.
use your key. Go for it.
They probably called him like, "Man, you should go down to the shop. I think Ryan was looking for you.
He wants to talk to you tonight.
Bring your keys.
Bring your keys."
You know petty. So
You know they set him up.
And Van probably was like, he probably was talking to the people, the cameramen outside, like, "Wait, but
Why is this not?
what is
It's not.
y'all told me to.
They're like,
okay.
we don't know why. How else can you get in?
They're probably like, "You can go."
How else can you get in, man?
They probably, you know what? They probably put that stuff in his car. They probably was like, maybe if you go in your car,
There's some
you'll
gloves.
find something there.
Maybe a hard
He
object.
came out like,
He was like, "Oh yeah,
oh yeah.
I got time for Ryan." But like,
Make
you know
sure
what? But
they
like
all-
Charmaine said when he was locking those doors, she's like, something bad is going to happen. And it
Yeah,
felt like that could have
it's
been
common
prevented.
sense.
Yeah.
She's like, I knew this was going to happen. If he would have
Right.
just talked
Pretty
to
much.
Van, they could, child.
Exactly.
Ryan,
And then
stop.
that poor little Junior tossed in the process.
Oh,
my
Junior.
God. So Ryan
But
comes
Junior-
crashing through the window. Junior popping shit this season.
I love Junior.
I ain't
He
heard
like,
Junior
bro,
talk.
you gonna pay for the window?
Right.
You gonna pay for it though? You broke it, so you gonna pay?
Junior like, this, I work here too.
Right.
My favorite part is he's like,
was
all the
not backing
muscles,
down.
you still like a
you
princess.
still like a princess.
You-
Right? He
But
called her
dog,
princess.
when
Yeah, like,
when
you're still a
he
princess.
snatched him up, when he was running his mouth, I was like, Junior, you don't want to do this. Like Junior, don't do this. Like, bro, like homie.
But I
like,
think
don't.
Junior knew the consequences, and I think Junior was ready. I think he was like, yo, because
This is the most I've heard him talk. I'm
Right.
so surprised. I'm like, oh, you
He
turned
knows
up.
why
He got ready too.
Don't-
He got
was like,
ready.
yo, what's-
Don't
he got ready
underestimate.
before- I
Like,
feel
what's
like
up?
he got ready before Van got ready.
Yes.
They gave one
He was
little
like, all right.
push.
And I was like, okay.
Junior's stance was like, what's up?
Yep.
He was
And
like,
then
what's
he
good?
got tossed the fuck up. Like, excuse my language, but the way he slung him
Yes.
into those cabinets and his little body just
But-
ricocheted.
But as Dan was talking, he was still talking that shit. He was like, you got the wrong one.
like, you-
I was like,
He was still talking
still holding
shit.
his own.
He
He was
still
like, all
talking
them
shit.
muscles and you hit like a princess. I fell
I
out.
said, you want Van to just go
Junior,
cry.
all right
Leave
with
him
me.
alone.
He was
Junior, you
flirting
alright
a little
with
bit
me.
with the new Danielle.
Yeah.
Right.
He done got in a fight.
I like-
Junior, you all right with me.
I like
Right.
Junior.
I like you, Junior.
But Junior gets it. Like Junior's like, this is Ryan's shop. I'm here to
Yeah.
work. We
Right.
we rent out a booth. I get it.
Right.
And he gets it. But
He was like, your
you know.
family is at home, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
When he said that,
And
I was like,
think that kind
ooh,
of triggered Van.
ooh. I was
too,
like,
bro.
Junior, because when he said family at home because his uncle just died, I was like,
Yeah.
That wasn't the right thing.
It wasn't the right thing.
But
He
Junior
caught
was
all
ready.
of that.
But I
He
love how
caught all of
like
that.
Ryan was nowhere to be found. I felt like production was like,
Nowhere.
so Ryan, I think we need you to leave and go someplace.
Right.
As Van was on the way. 'Cause I'm
Exactly.
like, him and I just need them to talk, but
I need them to talk. I really need them to get to the bottom of
whole
this because I
group
feel
needs
like
to
they're
talk.
closer than this and they're better than this.
They're family, they're boys. They need
Yeah.
to talk and don't let this ruin a good thing. 'Cause this could be a
Exactly.
great business. Y'all can have 4 shops upstairs. Next to
Exactly.
Nikki doing
Right.
here.
Just
Yeah, they need to
expand it.
both
Right.
like put their egos aside, you know? Both of
They
them.
all need therapy.
Yes.
Not just
too.
Ashley and
Yes.
Don. Van
Everybody.
and Ryan.
Danielle.
Right.
Yeah, Danielle and I don't know, everybody.
Taryn.
Okay, everybody.
Yeah, so Danielle, don't be so needy. Don't box your friend
Yeah,
into
don't
to
be
the
your friend like that.
situation
That
where
was
she
wrong.
can't live her life and be free and have fun and enjoy her man. Just be happy that she was invited you out on their date. Basically, because that's what they did. You know, let them live and accept responsibility for your own emotions. We know you're going through something. We know what it feels like, but don't do that to your friends.
Because Kat didn't have to take her out. I know some friends that'll be like, oh, okay, girl, well, you watch this TV, watch this Netflix, right?
Kat, you keep thriving. Kat, you keep doing your thing. I can't wait to see what's up with you because I know everybody's missing you. I can't wait to see if they reel you back to Chicago or not.
I hope not.
Ryan, come down off your high horse before you fall off of it because what goes up comes down. Never forget that, right?
Yeah. Four is in love. Stay in love with your little cute
Four,
self.
we want to see you, so don't stay upstairs for too long. Come on back downstairs.
Four, you've been looking really good lately.
Right.
I don't want to get a come for us, but
she's beautiful. Like, I'm here for the relationship.
Right.
But she could snatch all she wants.
It's just a compliment, Nick.
It's just a compliment. Look, they're a beautiful couple. Four looks good. I think he cut his hair. His swag kind of elevated a little bit.
And she's probably helping that swag, too.
Yeah, I love them together.
They compliment each other.
Definitely. Little fine self. Anything else y'all want to add in? Anybody?
Van.
Anything to anybody?
Just Van. Lord. Van.
Van, we feel you. We feel you, but don't let it turn you into Dawn.
Yeah.
Because we can't have you breaking up. If you and Dawn get the breaking up stuff, it's going to be no more.
Ain't going to be no shot. Y'all gotta know where to watch. I just, you know, my message to everybody is just come together, communicate, or just twerk like Charmaine, and it can be all happy family.
Yes, y'all need a twerk zen hour where everybody just has a drink, twerks. Charmaine
or Ryan,
gives
be the bigger person, be the leader that these guys need, and sit your team down. And maybe you and Kat come together, talk to them, and help them elevate and help them get a business since you're the businessman.
Maybe that's what's missing. Maybe because Kat's gone is missing that kind of. Maybe she was like the shop mom.
Right. It's like Ryan and her were like mom and dad, and I feel like. Not her, because I don't feel like she needs to take any responsibility for this. But Ryan definitely needs to sit his crew down and be like, look, let's do better things. Because we got bigger and better things happening.
Exactly.
And then also to let them know that, you know, he's going to be demanding more respect and things like that. Because sometimes you have to say that out loud if you didn't set it that way in the beginning. You know, so now it's like, okay, I know that we are all cool and everything like that, but the respect level, it needs to change. Because I don't feel like you guys respect me. And just let them know, because when you demand it after it hasn't been that way, like I said earlier, it's just they're not going to react well and they're going to rebel against that. Like,
it's like a bad child. Like, it's like a child you've raised and you've never gave them consequences. And then at 15, you're like, no. And they're looking at you like, girl, what are you meant for the past 15 years?
Exactly. Well, I'm looking forward now that Van is bust the windows out the shop. Bust the windows out the shop. We know that there has to be a confrontation between Van and Ryan next week. This has to get resolved.
It's coming.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to see how Don and Ashley decide to work out their marital issues.
They're going to see Jesus.
Maybe they're going to see, maybe we'll see Jesus next episode. Who knows? They need Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Mother Teresa.
They're probably going to go to like a pastor for like marriage counseling.
Well, we're going to have to wait and see.
They definitely do. Looks really interesting. And Danielle's going to definitely fight with Ryan as well.
I hope that Junior doesn't pull up with all the essays on Van.
He will. That's right.
Because then Van going to have to show up with all his red on. And it's going to get ugly.
Because Junior said with a smile, he was like, oh, you got the wrong one. I was like, uh-oh. I was like, okay, Junior, I already know what you're saying. It's all right.
It'll be like Southside versus Humboldt Park. Like, it'll go down.
It will go down. You know, it's real segregated in Chicago. So.
It's very interesting. Oh, I just want to give a shout out. Like, shout out to everybody in the comments and watching us live and leaving us feedback. We take all feedback, whether you like it or if you don't.
You know, we enjoyed having Charmaine, but we're going to make sure we focus on the episodes for you guys because we do not want to let you down.
But we appreciate your feedback because that's how we all grow. Tell us what you like, tell us what you dislike, and tell us what you who are you for, Ryan versus Van?
Yes. Tell us who you guys are for. Chime in. We want to hear what you guys think. And we will be back next week with a brand new review. Until then, I am your girl, Carmen Cameron, and you can find me on Instagram at Carmen Cameron.
And once again, I'm Elle Marie. Find me on Instagram and on Twitter, Elle Marie TV.
I'm Angela, and you can find me everywhere at Angela C. Styles.
I am Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.